Today we're going to start a mini-series on my favorite subject, rewards. There are a myriad of rewards for dogs, but today we're going to focus on the first of 4 that are the easiest to nail down. Today we're going to tackle the most commonly used, oft misunderstood, as well as misused reward, food. As well as being a fundamental need for any animal, food is a super powerful stimulus that can be one of our best ways to gain trust and aid in imprinting. Let's take a look back in history. Back in 1897, a guy named Ivan Pavlov published his research of what we now call classic or respondent conditioning. This work was so impactful that we still refer to it as Pavlovian conditioning as well. In his experiments, Ivan would ring a bell shortly before feeding a dog something yummy. He noticed that after only a short period of time of repeating this practice, an involuntary response was displayed where the dog would start to salivate after hearing just the bell by itself. The dog had unconsciously tied together the occurrence of the bell stimulus with the treat being offered. We can use this Pavlovian response in a very interesting way. Let's say that we live on a busy street and our young pup is scared at first of the abrupt and jarring sounds of cars and trucks. Maybe it's best to rewind this scenario. Let's start in a more neutral environment. First, we connect a sound that we can produce, like a clicker, a whistle, or even a particular word to the feeding of a yummy treat. For the purpose of this example, we are going to use the word yes. But classical conditioning is just the beginning of this adaptive learning process, as it deals with only involuntary reactions. You can't tell your mouth to start and stop salivating on command. But another guy in the field of behavioral psychology did research into more voluntary aspects of learning. In 1938, B.F. Skinner published his Behavior of Organisms, and in it, Skinner put forward his concept of operant conditioning. This had more to do with shaping an animal's voluntary response to the world, or how we or anybody makes choices to do what we do. Now you can introduce some operant conditioning into the mix. Stand in front of your pooch and put your hand that has the treat in it close enough to your dog so that they can smell the goods. Then draw that treat in your hand up to your eyes in a straight line. Now, to play this game, every time you see that your dog is paying close attention to you, staring at the treat and also your eyes, you can say the word good and let the treat get closer by 5 to 6 inches or so. Do this again and again until the treat is close enough to feed. Then say the word yes and feed the treat to your dog. However, if they jump up or try to grab the treat from your descending hand, avoid the temptation to say anything except for the word easy and simultaneously retract the treat back towards your eyes along that focus line. Some other things to keep in mind are that you should not say good and descend unless the dog is looking directly at you. Also, try not to use your dog's name or too many other words like no, don't, or stop, because the less you say, the more what you do say will have meaning. Once you've gotten pretty good at this, practice introducing some distractions. For this, you can drop a set of keys on the floor in the middle of the routine, say the words leave it, and if you've been thorough in making sure that your voice has always been associated with reward, then your dog will look right back at you. When this happens, it is important to reward them immediately and say the reward word, yes. Now we are ready to use all of the elements to get our dog accustomed to distractions outside. Stepping out of the house, practice this game again and again on the front lawn. This time, get your dog looking at you and begin lowering the treat hand closer and closer to the dog's mouth. When a loud truck passes by, it might be that your dog loses concentration. But if they do, just wait until the scary truck has gone away and then use your word leave it. If they look back at you, say the word yes and give them a treat immediately. After some practice, this will help to get them accustomed to our environment and allow them to feel at ease in situations that used to scare them. The Pavlovian response of appetite increasing will decrease their tendency towards fight or flight, and you will see that they will become more relaxed. The operant conditioning of B.F. Skinner will give them new habits of looking to their handler when things are scary otherwise. Food can be an excellent reward, but it's not the only one, and in some cases, it's not even the most powerful or precious of the 4 rewards. Up next time, we're going to talk about how play can be its own reward. Hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified the moment I upload the next video. Please leave a comment down below and let me know if you've tried this with your dog, and let me know how it helped if it did. And we'll see you next time on the Pipe Cleaner Pups.